just one standalone game in the XFL on Saturday night, and it's not going to be this team, and it's not going to be these conditions. So that cool game we got in the snow with the DC Defenders with one of these two teams, mind you, in the Vegas Vipers, you ain't going to get any of that this week. You just have two lowly football teams that are climbing up from the dead, trying to get their first win in the XFL. By the way, we have no problem whatsoever. I'm going to get the final tally here. Getting wins here. We are 6-3-1 so far in our videos, and we're going to crank it right back up for week 3 with this standalone game. So welcome into the Odd Shopper channel. We appreciate you rolling with us here. As always, and every day, it's a blessing to have this subscription number continue to grow. So be a part of it. If you're not already, you just have to hit the subscribe button. That's it. And the thumbs up button. That stuff helps us too. We're going to take the Vegas Vipers right here. That's all. That's where we start, at least. The Vegas Vipers. The biggest thing about this whole conversation in this league comes down to quarterback and coach. In some cases, because we're dealing with less talent, your quarterback, or your head coach in this case, I should say, is more important than your quarterback. Brett Hundley played a lot in the NFL, and that doesn't mean that he should come in and dominate. A.J. McCarron has played pretty well so far in this. But the Sea Dragons saw another failure, another close one, right down to the end. Ben DiNucci, just bad shit. Tough losses, mistakes, just worst timing that you could find. There seems to be this cloud surrounding DiNucci. And Vegas isn't good. Like, their team isn't great. They were stuck in those conditions on that field last week. I don't take anything away week to week except for the matchup here. And the matchup here dictates we take the better quarterback in Brett Hundley, who now has had more time. Missed the first week and came in late, and for some reason, Vegas is still being penalized as a result of that. He wasn't here. And it wasn't the case of, well, he's played with this team for 15 years. He should be able to walk in like Aaron Rodgers with his eyes closed and throw darts down the field. It's just they're better than Perez, who was benched, rightfully so, and better than Hundley, who came in on shorter notice. 1 week under the belt, we're going to roll here with the Vipers getting 3.5. There isn't a ton of home field, but there's enough to indicate that with a 3-point conversion, you're still covered right now. Field goals are going to be here. We'll talk about the total in a second. But the better play is to take right now a defense that showed up in those shitty conditions, I get it, but still showed up to an extent outside of the run game, but just has the better quarterback right now in Brett Hundley, who hasn't had them. Look, the other guy, DiNucci, has had more time than Hundley, and DiNucci has just been surrounded, or he himself has been the catalyst for bad shit. That's something you don't want to bet on. You don't want to bet ahead of that. You don't want to try to get around that stuff. Stop. Brett Hundley has NFL game, real season experience, not 2 weeks for the Dallas Cowboys. Don't kid yourself right here. We'll take the Vegas Vipers, and especially at that hook. First off, before we get to the total, let me tell you, you can turn $5 into $150. You're watching this for Saturday's game. You've got a couple of UFC matches here. How about let's go with Bo? Let's go with Bo. $5 normally turns this bet into 27 cents. 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You have to live in a state, of course, where you can legally place a wager. In this case, you sign up, you take 90 seconds out of your life, you deposit $5, bet that 5 on Bo at minus 1,800. As soon as he wins, beats Jamie Pickett in whatever fashion Bo does, you're going to get $150 right back into your account. Right back into your account. For whatever reason, you're not on DraftKings. Sign somebody else up on DraftKings in your house that's not on DraftKings. Your grandmother, your brother, as long as they're 21 or older, sign them all up. Say, hey, you were talking to me about signing up, betting, what have you. Here's DraftKings. Here's a link. Let's do it. $5 into $150. Sign up, $5 on Bo, and you're good to go. We're going to take a little bit of a leap here. I don't think it's a leap of faith. I don't want to use that in that context. But I'm going to bank that both offenses remain intact here and that Vegas gets it back going with Brett Hundley. Again, taking Vegas at plus 3.5 is a play for the total as well going over. Even if it's a tight one, even if it's short, you're still getting a really good opportunity there. And you're going to get points. Don't get me wrong. Vegas can move the football. I know that they struggle to run the football. They continue to struggle to run the football. But Brett Hundley throwing the ball at a better clip. Forget the first guy. He's cooked. Hundley throwing a little bit better. You're going to see that. You're also going to see some turnovers. You're going to see, look, Ben DiNucci, he can't help himself. He could throw a spiral, 30-yard dart down the field, and the ball bounces off 6 guys' hands and gets intercepted and run back for an interception, or he could throw and miss a wide-open receiver into double, triple coverage, whatever it is. But they're going to turn the football over. Hey, Vegas, they've turned the football over, but Seattle has lost the turnover battle. And they're going to continue to. I don't think that just randomly changes. Both of these defenses were tested and did stand up in certain areas. But I look at this specific week and the matchup, and it would allow even DiNucci. He's going to be able to throw the football. So points on the board, turnovers, you're going to get that. And defenses are going to be a little tougher, I think, as far as on them, to slow down the offenses, especially on the ground. So you get a couple of big runs. You get the football opened up in the air with Hundley and DiNucci. All of a sudden, a turnover or two, and we're over 38 points. All right? And we're over here for this video, too. So we appreciate you. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff, please, on the way out. It would be fantastic if you could, including watching this video 4 to 5 Eastern, Monday through Friday.